police must have been mistaken. I remember in December when that girl came into the store soaked with tears. If someone had told me that was the night when she died, I'd have taken that bet. I still don't believe it. The girl in the paper is named Selena. Please stop referring to her as the dead girl. I have worked at this market for about 15 years now. In all that time, I don't think I've ever seen something so strange. To tell the truth, when she was stood in front of my counter bawling her eyes out and asking for cake at midnight, I started to keep an eye out for her. She was the sweet kind of pretty, but I could tell she'd been through the ringer. I won't forget that face. She looked like a thicker Angela Johnson. The only thing I had left in the bakery that night was a Star Wars birthday cake. It was a sheet cake, but she didn't seem deterred from buying it. She paid for her items at the bakery and accepted a few tissues when I offered them. I wanted to talk to her, but I did have work to do, and she seemed in a hurry to get out of the store. The next time I saw her was the following evening. She was in her same pea coat and slacks. Her demeanor was different, but she was stood with a full buggy of party supplies and a better attitude, asking for a cake with lots of icing. This time, I gave her carrot cake. She smiled at me. I didn't have as much work going on today, so I asked her if she was feeling better, and she floored me with her giggle. Yeah, we're gonna have a blast. She didn't pay for the cake at the register in the bakery. She continued shopping. That has been the case pretty much every night since then. That was 3 months ago. It's starting to get a lot warmer at night now, but she's still been rocking her pea coat and wool slacks. She's looking a lot thicker around the middle, but her face has been more gaunt. Honestly, I've worried that she's getting the flu that's been going around. She assured me she's feeling fine. She's talked with me about her problems for a few minutes at a time. I know there was a boyfriend last year, and she's had some trouble with alcoholism, which explained why she had such a sweet tooth. She expressed that she wished she could go camping with her twin sister one last time before they turned 30. I have come to expect her every night, and I make sure to have something small set aside for her every time. I've made angel food cake, devil's chocolate, raspberry torte, red velvet, ginger, something different every day to impress her. One night, I got off early as she was heading inside the store for her cake. She didn't really seem to see me, even though I said her name a few times. Tunnel vision, I guess. That kind of hurt my feelings. I mean, sometimes people don't recognize you unless you're in your place. I left the store that night and got in my car. I was so preoccupied by the slight from the girl that I nearly drove into the security guard's car. It'd been parked near the exit for a while. All of us walked by that car for months. We just assumed it belonged to security since they don't talk to anyone. But one of the greeter ladies started checking to see if it had moved each morning. Clever old girl, that one. When it hadn't moved after a week, she spoke to the manager, and everyone got a lot more curious. It was about noon when they realized that there was a body inside. They said she had been in the car for months and no one had come looking for her. They claimed it was a suicide because of a note they had found to her sister. But I swear I've seen her in my store as recently as last week. I want to talk to police, to tell them there's been some kind of mistake, but no one I've mentioned seeing her to can remember her. I've been told to stop asking as no one thinks it's funny. One of my guilty pleasures is Pinterest. I love crafts. I started making all the people in my life ornaments for their cars. One of the last times I saw her, I gave her 2. One for she and her sister both. I wanted it to be personal, so theirs were the twin fish, Pisces. But I'll be damned if the remnants of moldy cake weren't mentioned by that greeter girl, though, after they busted the window open. And dozens of plastic trays. When they took a picture of the car and posted it on one of those nasty gore websites, a coworker sent me the link. In the photo, clearly visible over her decomposing corpse, one of the ornaments I made was hanging from her rearview mirror. Her name was Selena.